Have you discovered that people who their offices are close to their house don't dress well? People that their offices are very close to them, just a stone throw. They say, is it not here? They just go and wear one horrible clothes. They say, it's just here. Forgetting that while sitting on their desk for the whole day, they will meet a lot of persons. And how you dress determines how you are dressed. There are people that no matter what they have, they don't eat good food. No matter what they have. I'm not saying you should live a promiscuous life. Neither am I saying that you should live above your income. But you see that one that is your level, do it well. It is better to put a little quantity of soup in your plate and manage it than to full plate. And it is better. It is 2 spoons in the plate. And it is nutritious. And it is good. Than making it 5 spoons inside the plate. And when you raise it up, the law of gravity will hold it. That whatever that goes up. I know one man. I sat him down the other day. I was advised. He said, Pastor, pray for me. He's very wealthy and has a fuel station. Very well, has a petrol station. Say, Pastor, pray for me, my body. I sat him there and said, sit. I want to buy fuel. And he was talking to me about it. He said, Pastor, pray for me. Serious, I'm not getting myself. I keep taking drugs every day. No matter the kind of drugs I take, I'm not seeing any improvement. I said, sit down. I said, in as much as I'm a pastor, when I'm praying, are you listening to me? When I'm praying for you, it's also important I cancel you. When we deal with the ones that are spiritual, then the ones that are physical, we have to cancel you on it. I said, how do you cope? How do you used to make out time for yourself to eat? I said, Pastor, you know I'm always busy. I said to him, I'm busy too. I'm always busy too, but when I want to eat, I eat good food. I said to him, from my own observation, don't be angry. Each time I've passed here, I've always seen you bread and coke. Say, Pastor, you know, that's just his favorite, you know. I spoke senses into him. Say, Pastor, he doesn't know that those things, they matter a lot. If you don't eat well, you spend more of your money in taking drugs. Live the good life that you can afford. Tell your neighbor, live the good life that you can afford. Living in good life that you can afford, also mind the kind of things you say. Say things that when you say them, you go home and you are at peace. Don't say something that after 2 days they will call you to table to come and explain what you said. Every day you're under tension. Meeting in the compound every day. Landlord and caretaker will call you for explanations. They said you said. It's not. Every day you want the explanation. Live the good life you can afford. And let it be a life of righteousness and holiness. Let it be a life that will give glory to God. Let it be a life that God should be proud of you. Some people are intentionally punishing themselves. What if I tell you to send your children to schools where you can afford? How do you feel about that? Do you know that some people, everything about their life is competition? Because their neighbor sent the child to a school where they're paying 100,000 as tuition, and this one said, if I don't send my own now, my neighbor will think he's higher than me. Therefore, let me. Your neighbor is paying comfortably. You want that duress. You're giving your child school fees and you're cursing him. You see this money? You see this money? You see this money I'm giving you? If you let God misbehave, this is my. Send them in a good school that you can afford. Most times, the people who went to, they assumed the expensive schools. Their grammar are the same with the ones that went to the affordable good schools. When they speak, you won't notice the difference. If you know where you are coming from, and you know that that place you're coming from is not good, work hard, believe God, and live a life not to go back to that place. I will explain. I'm not talking about your compound. I'm not saying so they won't go back to your compound. No, sir. What I'm saying, if you know the level of where you came from, in a place where the entire family will eat with one head of fish, and you know this is where you came from, are you listening to me? While you are praying and trusting the Lord and you are working hard, please do your best not to go back to that level. Those who depend on their family are misbehaving. You that your family is depending on, you're also misbehaving. Why? There are people that depend on their family, and there are people who their family depend on them. Anybody who has no one must not act like people who have people. I will explain. There are people, their father kept a lot of inheritance. Even when they misbehave and lose everything, they will go and sell inheritance and bounce back. You know very well that no one was kept for you. As a matter of fact, before your father died, if your father is late, maybe there's somebody who was owing that came on the day of the burial and you told him, give you 3 years. And now you are acting like somebody who has an inheritance left. No, sir. When I say live a good life, you can live a life of discipline. And when you pray and trust the Lord for supernatural backing, you can maintain living a life of discipline. Fasting is not when you don't have food. A good fast is when you have good food and you decide to shut down your kitchen to seek the face of the Lord. That's discipline. You saw the abundance of food, very good fragrance. The aroma is very appetizing. Yet, you decide to close the pot and say, I want to seek the face of God. It takes discipline. Are you listening to me? The height you are asking God for is good. You can get there, but you need discipline. To be a leader, you need discipline. It is discipline that puts you in check. Most Christians today who speak in tongues, some of them are not disciplined. They can talk carelessly. They can do anything. They don't care. You not consign me. You not consign me. You not consign me. The life of recklessness, where discipline is not in view. This has become the character of today Christians, especially those who attend the prophetic church. Because you know that when there is trouble, you say, Pastor, prophesy. Now you go still go find trouble. And you go still come say, Pastor, where you are residing, perhaps either you are the landlord. Let's say you are the landlord. You intentionally look for the trouble of your tenant. Because you are the landlord. When they insult you, say, pack out. Discipline helps you to put yourself in check. Discipline helps you to live a life that is accountable. Assuming I'm the manager, will I be smoking? No. Therefore, now that I'm still working at the gate, I will not smoke like a tout. I know I'm dreaming of accelerating to the height and the position of a manager. Then I must carry myself well as somebody who is qualified to sit on that seat. You must carry yourself with integrity. Are you listening to me? Certain quarrels are not necessary. It pains me these days that people come to church carrying the character of an unbeliever inside church. And the worst part of it is that nobody can tell you, say sit, please sit, and you listen. Please sit. Don't tell me to sit down. Nobody can talk to you. Nobody can say this is wrong. Everybody has, listen, when everybody has become so afraid to talk to you, it is not because they fear you, it's because you are damaged beyond repair. When nobody can correct you again, it means you are spoiled. Don't rejoice when people are now afraid to correct you. I will do what I want to do, and they will. It means you are spoiled. You are just damaged, and you need the help of God. Where is the love of Christ in church? This is the moment where a brother is sitting in church. He's not facing front. He's targeting, let the neighbor just. If the laughs touch me or the knee touch me, and they're very proud of it, before they come to church, they will tell their friend, watch what will happen today. Watch what will happen today. If that one mistakenly steps on my toe, they have agreed. So they come, intentionally position the leg and be waiting for the brother to mistakenly. The moment mistakenly or in whatever form, even if not fly, perch on your shoe, the person wouldn't even want to watch to find out what perched. The next thing is, I've been targeting you. I've been targeting. Where is the love of Christ in church? Where is the love of Christ in church? Insult that you could swallow in your house for peace to reign. You enter the house of God. Somehow, somebody mistakenly says something you don't like. I can't take it from you. But in your house, you used to take it. You used to take it in your house. You overlook it. But in the house of God, I will not. Am I talking to somebody? Hear this very well. Hear me very well. The love of Christ need to abide in our hearts. When you talk in love. When you want to make corrections, you make corrections in love. When you want to give a contribution, you contribute in love. When you want to do whatever it is, you do it in love. Let people see your good works and glorify your Father who is in heaven. Don't be a Christian that people will predict as a troublemaker. If he comes now, everywhere will scatter, and you still enter, everywhere scattered. They say, they know I don't tolerate nonsense. You carry your bag. They know I don't tolerate nonsense. We don't know that you don't tolerate nonsense. All we are seeing is that Satan is residing in you. We don't know that you don't tolerate nonsense. To us, what we are seeing is that Satan has 2-bedroom flat inside you. 2 rooms in your nose, parlor in your mouth. Am I talking to somebody here? Am I speaking to somebody? Let the love of Christ, let the love of Christ be seen in us. When we talk, when we correct, when we converse and communicate with people, let it be the expression of love. Are you listening to me? Don't say what will kill the faith of one another. Don't say what will kill the faith of one another. You know, it's not everybody that is strong as you are. Pastor, but if it is me now that they did this thing, I won't see it as anything. Hence, you know it's not good. Please don't do it at all. It's not everybody that is as strong as you are. Some people will see it as nothing. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Shout, I hear you. Am I talking to somebody? Let the love of Christ be seen in us. That when people hear that Jesus is here, we will tell them, come and see that this is a church where the love of God is residing. Come and see. Come and see. Come. Sometimes everything is not all about you. It should be, this thing I'm doing, is it to the glory of God? It's not just about you. It's not just about what you want. But this which I am doing, is it to the glory of God? Don't get too spoiled to the extent that pastor will finish preaching. Say, it's because of me that pastor preached. Not be you, they see right Bible. That's the height of damage that believers are. The pastor will preach in church. I remember he said, it's because of me that pastor preached. You know the shame.